Game over. It is game over.
Game over, cancer.
I'm Val Solomon, Director of Program Impact at Cannonball Kids Cancer Foundation.
And I'm Dana Nichols, Executive Director of CKC.
Game Over, Cancer, a podcast dedicated to exploring conversations about pediatric cancer research, solutions, and inspiring family stories.
We're a nonprofit dedicated to creating innovative treatment options for kids fighting cancer and educating for change.
By creating a space for these conversations, we empower the community to take action and provide tangible hope.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So sorry.
Hey, boss.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late. Traffic was nuts. How was your commute?
Great.
Yeah. It's like red light after red light after red light, but I'm here. Okay. All right. Sorry. Oh, I meant to ask you yesterday, can I get off on Friday? Wait. Your skin looks amazing. Do you have a new routine?
No, I had so much time this morning.
Oh my gosh. Well, whatever you're doing, I have to do it too. It is just phenomenal. Okay.
Hey, baby. Okay, you're going to sit over here.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
What is happening?
What do you mean?
There's two of them. I need more coffee. Okay. Well, she's a member of CKC's Champion Society, voted most likely to start a charity by her third grade teacher. She's an actress, loves arts and crafts, science experiments, and her dog Baloo.
And she happens to be my favorite girl in the whole world. Please welcome
Violet Nichols!
Woo!
Yay! Thank you for being here.
For anyone who needs the needle fully threaded, this is my daughter, Violet. And she is such an awesome volunteer and advocate for what we do and got right on board when Mom started working here. And so today, we like to throw in a kid perspective every now and again.
We do. And I think it's important to mention that when you work in nonprofit, it is a whole family effort.
Every time.
Because we tend to be very passionate people about the missions that we work for. And
Correct.
it can only naturally kind of get around to the rest of the people that we live with and spend time with. So that's what's happened here. And ever since you've become involved with CKC, so has Violet. So we're happy to have you here to share your perspective.
Mm-hmm. And recently you were helping, because what big event do you remember we just had? And how did you come help us at the office?
We did your gala happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I came to the office to help make bows for all the
auction items, right?
Yeah.
And
Those were yours? You did bows? They were
she probably did like a
beautiful.
dozen.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. They were beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And she helped put all the markers and crayons and things together for the potato head centerpieces.
Uh-huh.
And one day she's really hoping to be at Gala because she usually gets to come do some setup, but then you never get to come to the big party, right?
yeah.
Sometimes you tell your dad things to buy at the auction for you, and that's worked out once or twice. This year, that auction was intense. We didn't
win anything.
We didn't walk away with any. But we love that because that means we raised a lot of money for sure.
Yeah. Well, you've certainly been a big help in the office, and your vibe is definitely appreciated when you come and you help us with things. And now you're helping us with the podcast, so we really appreciate that. The first question that I have for you, now that you've been involved with CKC for a little bit, but your mom has been in nonprofit for a long time. Give us your perspective. What do you think we do at the office? Like, what do we do for CKC?
Normally when I come, you guys are setting up the baskets for the auction,
Mm-hmm.
or you're working on your computer for stuff to give out, or working on big celebrations you guys are having.
It's not bad.
And what does Cannonball Kids Cancer do? Why do we exist?
They raise money for kids with cancer to help them get the right treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Stellar. You're I wish I could say we prepped you. We didn't. You're doing so good. And what's your favorite part about volunteering at CKC?
Seeing it all come together in the end, where seeing the big golden balls and stuff blow up.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because we had the big big gold decorations.
Yeah.
For gala this year. That's really cool. So then is your mom good about telling you like, okay, here's a picture of the bows where we put them on the baskets, or here's what we did at gala and how much money we raised and things like that? Does she share that stuff with you?
Yeah, like before I made the bows, she showed me how to do it, and then I got to do it all by myself.
Do you know how much money we raised at gala?
I think it was $6,000.
$6,000.
It was a little tiny bit more than that.
We raised $304,000 at the gala, and our silent auction raised more than $30,000. So every package that you put a bow on, we sold, and all of those, there's like 100 of them, that raised $30,000. Which is a little more than 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. But cancer care is very expensive. And so when we're trying to make sure that our researchers have the money they need, we have to raise a lot of money for that. But the cool thing is, you don't have to have all that money. You can do the thing you can do to help. So you helped by putting bows on the auction items and helping with the centerpieces. And then we were able to go have a big gala.
I wonder if you could say, because I know that you've also helped CKC in different ways too, including the Bestie Bake Sale. I wondered if you could talk a little bit about that, because that's a different way that you have done something that was fun for you, but that like ended up having a bigger impact for other kids. Can you talk a little bit about your Bestie Bake Sale?
A couple of years ago, we had this big bake sale, and all my friends and we all baked like jars of like oatmeal and stuff for people to come and buy. And then I forget how much money we raised, but we raised a lot of money, and then it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What was fun about it? Because I know we like to bake together, but that day everybody brought different things. And I thought the most fun was that we all got to be together, and so many of our other friends came to say hello and buy the cookies and the granola and the different things. What did you like about it?
I liked seeing like people that I know come to buy stuff. Like some of my teachers came to buy stuff, and my friends, and I liked having everyone together.
Yeah.
And was it fun? Like, did they have fun buying the stuff too? So now everybody's doing something fun, and it's impacting pediatric cancer. So then you guys all had fun together. That's really cool.
Yeah. Before the bake sale, did you feel like, oh, helping with people with cancer was a thing I can do? Or it seemed like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but it's really hard?
Yeah, it felt a little hard because I'm just a kid and I didn't know how to help.
Yeah.
But then I started helping at your office and stuff, and it was really fun.
Good. Yeah.
We're going to cry. That makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
Well, we talk about that a lot on our podcast and at home and with different people, which is you don't have to do everything, because curing cancer feels impossible when you tell me.
You can't do everything.
I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And so that's what you and your friends realized when you did the bake sale, or when you come to the office. And even your friends have come to the office to help when we have different events. And last year, you all came before we had our Ripple Effect luncheon and helped get stuff together for that. And we talked a little bit about what it means to be part of a Ripple Effect. Do you remember at all?
It means like the ripple effect is when one person does something nice, and then it like shows another person, and then they get inspired and do it too.
And that's important, right? Why is that important to us as a family or at CKC?
So that everyone can be kind and helpful, and then it will make the world a better place.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
We just did another episode with a person who has been directly impacted by pediatric cancer. And she said that she's always in awe of people who don't have a direct connection to it, and they still show up, because it can be a very hard topic. And so it's just something that I've heard from family members a whole lot, saying that, you know, they didn't choose to be involved in pediatric cancer. They were forced to be around it. And so it means so much to them when people who don't have to do it do something nice to step up and try to help them and other families. And I wonder, you guys have done that with the Bestie Bake Sale to try to help fund pediatric cancer treatments. I wonder, do you have an idea if you met somebody or a friend or a neighbor who had pediatric cancer, how would you show up for them?
Like, we would go out for lunch with them or something, and then just support them and ask them how they're doing, and then help them with stuff that they can't do.
I like that
beautiful.
idea.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I think just asking someone how they're doing when they're sick, when you say that to them and they feel like they can actually answer it and really you're going to listen, and I know you're a really good listener, is so important because people feel really alone when they're sick, and kids especially feel really alone when they have cancer because it's not something that most of their friends ever go through. So it's very hard to make sure we empathize with somebody and don't forget about them as we go through our day. The little things we can do are so big for the people that are sick and fighting cancer, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you talk to me about wanting to be a helper, whether you're going to be a scientist or an inventor or a caretaker. You really want to be a helper when you grow up. So what have you seen throughout your life that makes you want to do all those things?
I want to be someone that just helps someone after they've had cancer and make sure they're doing okay. And then I also want to be a nurse, or I want to take over your job.
I think you should.
I think you should. I think you'd be great at it.
Yeah.
I'd come to work for you.
What would you do on your first day of work in my job? What are you going to do?
I'd probably have a big party and meet everyone that is new on the team.
Okay.
Love it.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Meet the donors.
Can we do arts and crafts together at the party?
Yeah, and we'll have lots of snacks.
So many snacks, for sure. For sure.
All right. Well, I'm sealed the deal. I'm definitely working for you. There's snacks and a party and crafts. Love it.
What do you think is happening when you go to work every day and you're on your computer or I know sometimes you think I just go eat lunch with people, right? So what do you think would be the best part and the hardest part of the job when you take over my job?
I think the best part would be when you go to lunch and you get to talk about everything. Because you get to go out to eat, and it's super yummy when you go out to eat.
Yeah, going out to lunch is so yummy.
And then I think the hardest part would be listening to people's sad stories of people dying because of cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard sometimes to talk about that part. And we think it's really important that we're all included in that conversation because it's real, and the families that are going through it and the kids that are going through it, they're having a hard time and they don't have a choice. And we want to make sure we show up for them with as much honesty about that as we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though it's hard.
That part is hard. So can you imagine how would you deal with that hard part? Because you know that that's a part of the job and it sounds like you still would like to do it. So how would you deal with those hard days?
Just support them and then know that I'm raising money for it, and then I could be helping them by doing my job.
Do you think about how you would help keep yourself feeling okay when you talk about hard things a lot, right? Some days we have hard days, and what do you like to do after a hard day?
I like to do some arts and crafts, and I like to watch movies with my family.
What's your favorite movie?
I don't know. I love movies, but
Yeah.
What's one that you've watched recently with your family?
We just watched Around the World in 80 Days last night.
I've been having a lot of thoughts about it because Jackie Chan is in this version we watched, and so there's so much kung fu fighting, right? And I keep trying to separate what is the Jackie Chan version of Around the World in 80 Days versus like, you know, the classical text.
Right.
The origin story. But it was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we won't spoil the ending.
Okay, great. There's a lot of kung fu.
There's a lot of kung fu in Around the World in 80 Days. And we've also really been enjoying Hamilton again. We're having a Hamilton resurgence and Wicked.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
classics.
The classics.
Classics. I love it.
Mm-hmm. The reason CKC exists, the reason we invest in innovative research is to make sure that there are life-saving, life-altering, life-bettering treatments for kids who need them most. And so you can be part of that. And like Violet says, you don't have to do everything. You can pick something. If you want to support the research we're doing, you want to learn more about it, or you want to make a gift, you can go to cannonballkidscancer.org and learn more about what we do.
Mm-hmm. It's very easy. And it's also easy to leave a review of Game Over Cancer. It helps us bring all these stories to a wider audience, and it helps us educate for change.
Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. We know it's a hard topic. When you make a commitment to be part of our fight, we go so much further together. So until next time, I'm Dana Nichols.
I'm Val Solomon.
This is Violet Nichols. And we will see you later.
Join us as we transform fear into courage and turn adversity into opportunities for change.
If you want to be involved in the conversations that create change in the world of pediatric cancer, take a moment, share, like, and subscribe.